HAQAA stands for Harmonization, Quality Assurance and Accreditation in African Higher Education.
It is an initiative of the European and African Union that started in 2015 and is currently completing in second phase. It is implemented by Obrig Global, the Association of African Universities, the German Academic Exchange Service, and the European Association for Quality Assurance in Higher Education. This team works closely with regional strategic partners such as CAMES and HAQAA2 for Francophone Africa, IUCA for East Africa, NACAI for North Africa, SARUA for SADC, and CANAC for Lusophone Africa.
HAQAA2 has supported the development of harmonized quality assurance and accreditation systems across the African continent in line with the Pan-African Quality Assurance and Accreditation Framework, or the HAQAA2. It has also supported the implementation of the Continental Education Strategy for Africa, CESA. The main outputs of HAQAA2 have been the African Standards and Guidelines for Quality Assurance in Higher Education, or the ASGQA, have been developed largely with support of HAQAA2. These are continental standards to support the development of quality assurance systems and quality assurance at the level of higher education institutions.
Actually come up with we have actually internalized in the region the standards that are contained in there to help us, provide quality assurance for our institutions.
HAQAA2 conducted several training courses. These included trainings on internal quality assurance and external quality assurance, and divided into regional cohorts. They have targeted quality assurance professionals in higher education institutions in Africa. It also included training activities and professional development for those working in quality assurance agencies, also in national quality assurance regulatory bodies, such as ministries responsible for higher education. All these HAQAA training participants became part of a community of over 150 African higher education quality assurance professionals from across 50 African countries, known as the HAQAA Ambassadors Network.
Foi bom ter participado na formação da HAQAA2, porque esta formação trouxe-nos aqui alguns inputs que valeram-nos bastante para o nosso dia a dia, as nossas atividades a nível do setor de qualidade.
The HAQAA2 Ambassadors Network received funding to carry out national and regional dissemination projects awarded through a competitive call. 14 dissemination projects were awarded across 5 African regions.
Donc ce projet, ça a été vraiment une découverte, au-delà des renforcements des capacités que nous avons pu faire à travers les ateliers de formation, au-delà de l'enquête que nous avons eu à mener, les entretiens auprès de nos collègues et des responsables d'institutions, nous avons pu vraiment prendre la température de l'assurance qualité, l'atmosphère au niveau des institutions. Et ça nous a permis de connaître aujourd'hui qu'il y a un réel besoin de renforcement des capacités, de sensibilisation, mais aussi de plaidoyer auprès de nos institutions pour que vraiment on puisse cultiver cette culture de la qualité au sein de nos institutions d'enseignement supérieur.
HAQAA2 created a task force for the African Standards and Guidelines composed of experts from 5 different African linguistic regions. The task force has done an assessment of the methodology to review quality assurance agencies in the continent, and it has also developed a user's guide for the ASGQA, an important tool to guide the implementation of the ASGQA in different systems.
The user's guide really is an implementing document for the ASGQA, because the user's guide is just a tool. How are you going to implement, how are you going to compare what the institutions, what the external quality agencies are actually doing? Are we able to have similarities? Are we able to see the differences? And because of the approach and some of the complexities in the standards and guidelines, there was need to have a common tool which could guide the implementation of these African standards and guidelines.
HAQAA2 has set up a technical working group. This one was endorsed by the African Union Commission that has developed recommendations on the establishment of the Pan-African Quality Assurance and Accreditation Agency, which would be the guardian body of Pan-African Quality Assurance Framework and an important articulating institution for the sector.
O nosso trabalho no Technical Working Group foi muito intenso. Enfrentamos o dilema da Covid, trabalhamos online, mas para nós foi uma experiência muito interessante, muita aprendizagem em termos de coordenar uma equipa que as pessoas estão em lugares diferentes, mas conseguimos estar juntos através das tecnologias de informação e comunicação. Foi uma aprendizagem muito grande.
Beyond quality assurance, HAQAA has supported a deeper understanding of regional integration in the higher education sector. It has developed living learning materials, online resources, and a MOOC series, which has been followed by over 170 professionals in the higher education sector across Africa.
Also in support of better policy analysis in African higher education, HAQAA2 produced a roadmap to enhance higher education data collection capacity in Africa. And this is a major contribution to the continental education strategy for Africa.
And also the roadmap to the PDU is one of the super things I can say we have achieved great.
Finally, HAQAA2 has relaunched dialogues and discussions on the African Credit Transfer System, another tool of the PACWAF, which has yet to be politically endorsed.
Finally, HAQAA2 has carried out external evaluation of quality assurance agencies using the African Standard and Guidelines for Quality Assurance as a developmental measure, as well as consultants' visits to countries that are still setting up an agency. These have covered 15 countries across the two phases of HAQAA in different linguistic regions.
I'm glad to say that HAQAA has created greater momentum for African higher education integration. This is guided by the PACWAF framework of the African Union and by important stakeholder organizations at regional and continental levels. It has created communities of practice across linguistic groups and generated capacity in design and implement quality assurance practices at the level of countries and higher education institutions. I will also say that HAQAA has also generated greater understanding of regional integration and the different African spaces and policies to advance this. This momentum will continue into the future, contributing to a more resilient, harmonized Africa, predicated on strong and transparent higher education system. The Association of African Universities is quite pleased to be part of this great initiative, and we hope that HAQAA will do more for African higher education system. Thank you.